This video will demonstrate how to log in and create a new client in ATextReminder.com on a business account. After you've already signed up with the Sign Up Now, you're ready to log into your account, so just click on Log In. Type in your username and password that you've created and click on the Submit button. Once you're logged in, you're going to see a screen ready for you to enter client data. You can imagine if a client comes in by the name of John Smith, you can see if you already have this client in the system by typing in John, clicking on the search button, and you'll see that you have no records for John. So now you want to keep filling out the client data. And we can imagine in this example that John doesn't have a cellular phone. So this field I'm just going to put in, you can put in anything. In this case I'll just put in zeros. And the cellular provider, since he doesn't have a cellular phone, can be anything. But the home phone number for John Smith is very important because that's where all of his reminders are going to be sent since he doesn't have a cellular phone. And any notes that you want to have for John Smith. And these notes can be anything that you want. You can search on those later. And in this case, since John doesn't have a cellular phone, we're going to send him verbal reminders, and they'll be going to his home phone. We're now ready to create this client, so we can click on the Create Client button. And then John Smith shows up down below. You can then clear this data, and you're ready to search for a new client or create another one. So the next time that you go to search for John and you click on the search button, this time you have John Smith. You could also search on just Smith. So I've blanked out the first name, last name of Smith, and I click search, and again I have John Smith. But in this case, suppose that we have Mary Smith, so we want to continue filling out new client data. And again, this is going to be Mary Smith. And in this case, we can imagine that Mary Smith actually has a cellular number. And we'll say that she's using Verizon. We can put in her home phone number if we want to. It's not required. And any notes that we want to have for Mary Smith. We can just make the same note of aspirin and any other data that you want to type in here. And in this case, we'll send a text reminder, and that will go to her cellular phone. And we're ready to click on Create Client. So if I display all of my clients, we see John Smith and Mary Smith. We can clear all of our user data. We're ready to search for a client or create a new one. We can search our client notes for, in this case, aspirin. We have 2 clients with those client notes. If we want to delete a client, select the client that we want to modify, click on Modify Selected. We see Mary Smith. We also see a button for Delete Client. Once we click on Delete Client, we come back to the main screen. We no longer have Mary Smith, we only have John Smith. This is a simple way that you can create and delete clients at ATextReminder.com.